I had the honor this week of being the mistress of ceremonies for the Susan G. Komen Promise Breakfast, which raises funds for awareness, treatment, and research for breast cancer, all very worthy causes. It was also a really good opportunity for me to talk about metastatic breast cancer, for which there is not currently enough awareness, treatment, or research. Also at the event at my table was Dallas County Commissioner John Wiley Price. For those of you who don't know him, he has been a relatively controversial political figure in Dallas County, but that's not what we're talking about in this blog today, because he was there for all the right reasons to help raise awareness for the need for support of disadvantaged women in his district, many of them who can't afford to even get to treatment, much less afford a screening or treatment should they be diagnosed with breast cancer. So as we're talking before the event, he's asking me how I am, how I'm feeling, which I'm asked a lot. And I think people really just expect me to say, I'm doing great, I feel great. And I did not feel great that morning. I've had some rather uncomfortable side effects from radiation, and I just did not feel hot. And he said, there's a phrase that I grew up with in my family, in my community, my church, and I liked it so much that he wrote it down on the back of the program so that I wouldn't forget it. And this may now become my response to any time I'm asked how I'm feeling. Here it is. I woke up this morning with a reasonable portion of health and strength, clothed in my right mind. I woke up this morning with a reasonable portion of health and strength, clothed in my right mind. I woke up this morning with a reasonable portion of health and strength, clothed in my right mind. It really depends on your inflection and how you're feeling at that moment, which can change from day to day, right? I really liked it. Now, to be fair, it goes on to say faith and fear can't dwell in the same temple. And I have to admit that faith and fear sometimes still coexist in this temple. I'm working on that. But next time you ask me how I'm feeling, my response might come as the result of a conversation with John Wiley Price. I woke up this morning with a reasonable portion of health and strength, clothed in my right mind.